Hi everybody, my name is Treef Carter and I'm the chiropractor at Stourbridge Chiropractic. Today's self-help video is back strengthening exercises. Now if you haven't already, check out our spinal stabilization exercises that we've already got a video on YouTube. They will just give you a bit of an understanding of how to control your core muscles, which will be a benefit with these exercises that we're showing today. These exercises, you won't need any equipment. We just want you to get up and down off the floor. And if that's a struggle, you can even try to do them on a bed. Well, you won't get as much from the exercise off the bed because there's a little bit more give, but at least it gets you set and ready then to try it off the floor yourself. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do is the plank. So I'm just going to do a forearm plank. I'm going to be starting off my forearms. I'm going to be down on my front. We're trying to keep a nice straight line from our heads to our ankles. We're going to do a 30-second plank. If you cannot do 30 seconds, it doesn't matter. It's something to work up to 30 seconds or beyond. But the plank is a brilliant exercise, not just for our backs, but for our core in general. I'm going to get down into the plank position. I've got a stopwatch on for 30 seconds. So if you do it as long as I do, you know that you've done it for the right amount of time. So get yourself comfortable. And then when you're ready, clench up and start. So it's important while we're doing the plank that we don't allow our bodies to drop too much, or we don't push our backsides towards the ceiling. We're just trying to hold a nice, stable position. And relax. So like I said, you can do it for as long as you want, or you can do it with the straight arms to make a high plank. So our next exercise is a glute bridge. So this one, when I give it to my patients, I tend to get them to hold the bridge for about 10 seconds, but repeat it 3 times, which is what we're going to do today. There are different ways you can do bridges also. You can do single leg, double. You can do bridges with abduction of the legs, which is when you pull the knees apart and hold it in an abduction position. But we're just going to hold a normal bridge today. So lying on our backs, knees bent, feet on the floor and hands down by our sides. We're going to have our heads firmly on the floor, but we're not going to be pushing into our heads. We're going to push our pelvis up towards the ceiling, so we have a straight line from our knees to our necks, and we're going to hold. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to gently bring ourselves back down. You're going to feel your glutes pulling together as you're doing this exercise, and that's part of what we're focusing on, is we're really trying to strengthen those glutes, which will help our whole posterior area. I'm going to push up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to drop ourselves back down. Just a few seconds rest, and again pushing up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. When I give this exercise to my patients, I often get them to use a loop to resistance band around the knee, and that way, that's when I tend to get them to force into abduction, which is pulling your knees apart from each other while holding the exercise, and that works really well. So our next exercise is the Scarecrow, and for this one you might just want a folded towel on the floor where your head is going to place, just to give a little bit more cushioning. We're going to be laying on our front, we're going to have our arms to the sides, and it's an extension exercise where we're bending our back and our heads away from the floor. So we're going to do this 10 times, times 3. So starting on the mat, down on your front, head off the cushion, hands to the side, and we're just simply bending up away from the floor, and we're going to do 10 times now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You don't want to have too much movement from your legs, and you'll also, while doing this, you'll feel your glutes tightening up at the same time. So let's get down, we'll do another 2 sets here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just have a few seconds rest. And when you're ready, go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. So if you feel pain while you're doing that, if you're extending too far, that's your point that you don't really want to get to. Just ease it off a little bit. Over time, you become more flexible and stronger with the exercise, and you'll find that you're able to take it further. Okay. We're now going to do leg raises. Now you can do these with both legs at the same time lifting, or a single leg lifting. The only issue is when you're doing single leg lifts, you tend to twist your pelvis. So you want the leg lift to come before any pelvic tilt comes. Or as you're doing it and you start to feel yourself twist, that's your end range, and bring your leg back down again. So again, we're going to be starting on our stomachs. So again, I'm going to use a towel as a cushion for my head. I'm going to lay on the front. You can have your arms out forwards if you like, or down the sides. I prefer it forward. And we're just lifting both legs at the same time, and then bringing it back down again. And it's a nice slow controlled motion. It's again 10 times 3. What I mean is, if we're doing single legs, if you lift your leg and you start to feel yourself twist, you're trying to lift too far. So starting down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So again, like the Scarecrow, if you're lifting to a point and you can feel pain in the back, just decrease the amount you're trying to lift those legs. Second set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. While you're doing this, what you don't want to be doing again is pushing your head into the floor, so you're using your head to support the rest of your body. Put the weight through the arms, put the weight through the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. You want to be careful also that when you're lifting those legs, you're not bending too much at the knee. I felt myself a couple of times there, just bend at the knee a little bit more than I like to. I'm trying to keep those legs as straight as possible. Okay, next exercise is called Surfer, and we're going to be laying on our front again, and it's like the paddling action as if you're on a surfboard. So not only are we going to be reaching and pulling our arms back, so we're using a lot of the muscles that control our arms and our shoulders, but we're going to be extending the body at the same time. So again, we're using those erectile spinal muscles of the back. So laying on our front, we're going to be looking up, bending that back up, reaching forward with one arm and back with the other, and we're just switching. So a single rep is doing it with both arms. So right out first, left out first, out secondly, sorry, counts as 1 rep there. So again, starting on our front, body's firmly on the floor, we're bringing ourselves up and we're going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax yourself down. Okay. Like with any of the extension exercises on the floor, if we're hurting, if we're arching our backs too much, just ease off a little bit. You don't need to reach all the way out, or if you find it too hard with the arch at all, we can bring ourselves right down. Even just doing our arms is going to be working some of the muscles within our upper back. Second set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. We're trying to keep our feet on the floor at the same time. Okay, and third set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Some people might find it uncomfortable as well with their head tilted back. Your head doesn't need to be tilted back, it's just habit when I do it. So our next exercise is called the reverse snow angel. So like the surfer that we've just done, we're going to be laying on our fronts, but it's going to be working our upper back muscles and our rear shoulder muscles. So with this one, we're not going to do 10 times 3. We're just going to try and aim towards 20 in a row. And the good thing about this exercise is if you want to increase the impact on yourself, eventually you could do it with weights in your hands, and you wouldn't start with heavy weights. It would just be a couple of kilograms, not even that. But we're going to be laying on our front, and we're going to be bringing our arms up from our sides to the top and back down again, all the while keeping our arms off of the floor. So again, you're going to want a towel just to make it a bit more comfortable for your head against the mat or the floor. So laying on our front, hands by your sides, you're going to lift the arms away from the floor and bring them up, around and back down again. So for this exercise, we want to keep our arms off the floor the entire time. If you can't do 20, it doesn't matter, just cut the number down. We want to work up to that point or beyond in the future. So, arms up, go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and relax. A mistake people often make while doing this exercise is they put too much arch in their lower back, or again, they push off their head. If anything, you want to try and get the weight of your body through your chest and pull your shoulder blades together as you're doing the exercise. So lastly, the exercise we're going to do is called a Superman, and that's a combination of the Scarecrow and the leg lift. And we're going to do them at the same time. So our front and our legs are going to come up at the same time. So this one here, if you have a bit of bend in your knee, it doesn't matter. We're laying on our front, have the towel again if you prefer, and it is back to 10 times 3. So, laying on your front, arms out in front, and this time, as you lift your front, you're going to bring your arms to that Scarecrow position and back out again. So we're taking ourselves off the floor and then back to the floor. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So, like any of the exercises, if extending the back causes discomfort, ease off a little bit. So back to set 2. Arms out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. And have a rest, have a moment. You can have as much rest between exercises as you like. And when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I don't know why I did an extra one. Something you don't want to do while you're doing it as well is try and arch your head too far. The movement is coming from our torso, not necessarily from our necks. As always, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you found it helpful and you're on Facebook, please like and share it. Otherwise, subscribe to our YouTube because we'll have more videos coming out in the future based on areas that might benefit you or someone else you know. So thank you very much for watching.